What's going on, fragrance family? Welcome to another episode of Taking a Test Drive. This series is where I wear a scent on my skin as my scent of the day for several days, including today. For my own personal collection, it's time to give you my thoughts before it goes into the vault for a full-fledged review. Today's test drive is on the house of Christian Dior, one of my favorite designer brands of all time. And this one, sadly, very hard to find, discontinued from the Fahrenheit brand. This one called Fahrenheit 0 Degré. This one is a very interesting summer take to Fahrenheit. So let's go under the hood. Let's take a look at some stats for 0 Degré. Release date was back in 2002. Nose behind this, all-star perfumier Bertrand Duchaufour. And the major notes to my nose on this particular release, we have to have some sort of citrus up top, and we do orange, we got violet, and leather. So let's get to sniffing. Like every test drive, it is my scent of the day, so I'm wearing it already today, but I want to remind myself of this introduction. Each spray is probably $5 to $10 now, if you look for this thing on eBay. So it's an expensive niche fragrance now. Beautiful. The first thing that hits me, it's just like a lot of the summer renditions of Fahrenheit. It really freshens the overall theme, but the Fahrenheit DNA is still there. So the opening of 0 Degré is a splash of citruses off the bat with the orange. There is some grapefruit here, and it changes the vibe of the Fahrenheit DNA. This opening is very bright, uplifting. That during testing, I kind of want to reapply this thing. This is a beautiful opening. I wish they kept this one. I know they have to discontinue once in a while, especially if they're doing summer renditions of it. But this grapefruit orange blast is absolutely gorgeous up top. The violet leather backbone are still there, but do take a backseat to this really thin opening, which may be one of the best openings from the freshies of this line. You know, the aquas, the cologne. I have the summer editions, and of course this one right here. It is a outstanding opening for a really old fragrance bottle. Now there's a watery floral aspect here in the opening and some herbal qualities as secondary notes. Overall, you can tell after time that this is a Fahrenheit flanker as the original DNA starts peeking through the citrus heavy opening. The orange note here is excellent, probably the star of the show. But that familiar Fahrenheit DNA is so thin though, and that's the problem to amplify an introduction, is that they really, and with a lot of these Fahrenheit flankers for the summer, it's really thinned out. Now, once going into the heart of 0 Degré, the leather and violet Fahrenheit DNA amplifies, takes over the scent, while most of the citruses have of course dissipated with some time. There's a bit of cedar backing here to add to the scent, but like many Fahrenheit summer flankers, the original DNA is much lighter, doesn't have the punch of the original or the darker Fahrenheits. Solid overall scent, but you are really buying the scent for the opening, especially if you're familiar with the Fahrenheit DNA. I don't think anybody would just stumble upon and try to buy this randomly. You'd have to be a really big Fahrenheit enthusiast, kind of like I am, to really search this thing out and try to purchase it, because the rest of the fragrance is basically a scent that you've smelt before. Now let's get into seasons, day, night versatility, and performance on this one. Seasons, of course, it's a summer release. It works well in the spring and fall. Day or night, I feel both are appropriate with this one, depending on the season. Versatility is above average. I feel like this Fahrenheit DNA that is kind of watered down just makes it so much easier to wear. Performance, longevity is 5 to 7 hours, which is actually kind of surprising. I know it's poor-ish in a performance, and projection was below average. So it goes kind of on the skin. Once it's on your skin for a good amount of time, it's a skin scent, to be quite honest with you. So performance with some of these isn't so good. Now into my final thoughts on Fahrenheit 0 Degré. The one thing that really interested, well, there's multiple things that really interested me in this release. First of all, the nose behind it, such an established nose. behind a flanker that was long gone, especially from the Fahrenheit branding, really intrigued me. So Fahrenheit 0 Degré is a really excellent freshie from the Fahrenheit line, perhaps one of the better freshies of the line. Honestly, going through the whole line, is it worth the really stupid pricing that people are asking online? No. But to a collector like me, I love having this in my collection. Obviously, the price was right for me, and I believe I spent under $200 for this one, which was really unique at the time. They were going for around $300 to $350 Canadian online, and there's not too many of them, but I got it under for $200, and happy that I got it in my collection. The orange note, among other fresh notes, are the star of the show personally, and the orange note does very well in the scent. However, it doesn't last long, so if you're just buying it for that, I don't know. So Duchaufour did well here with the Fahrenheit DNA, but didn't change much from top to bottom. Solid, but now in 2023, it's just a collector's item, basically, and that's it. And this video is for all of you out there. Comment below if you're a Fahrenheit collector like I am. There's very few of us, but we love this line from Dior, one of the better designer lines of all time. Honestly, I can't think of anything else that is a designer release that continues to push different flankers, but they're selling well. And a fragrance like this from the 80s, like a lot of the 80s babies are gone, axed. There is some rare ones that are still going through flankers, but I don't think they're selling as well as Fahrenheit and their flankers. So it's one of those that a new Fahrenheit flanker comes out in 2023 by, of course, Francis K. Hopefully we see a new one. I'll be all over it. It doesn't matter if it's a freshie or a darker scent. It's a collection that I absolutely love. So I'm done with Fahrenheit 0 Degré. I hope I've helped some collectors that were maybe searching this thing out and kind of iffy on the price, and it's hard to find actual reviews on this. You can't sample it, of course. So this is the whole purpose of these kind of videos. I know a lot of people or reviewers don't want to do discontinued fragrance reviews for obvious reasons. It doesn't help the channel because you're not going to get the hits. Not too many people are interested in this. But I feel like these are the more important videos on my channel. So I hope I helped you. Fahrenheit 0 Degré. If you have smelt this fragrance, please comment below. What do you think of it? I'd love to hear your take if it's different than mine. You're very welcome to post in your comments. I'm looking forward to reading all of those comments, all 4 of you that own this bottle. As always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your Fahrenheit flanker wisely. Thanks for watching. Have